Welcome to Bag Talk Session, where we get real intimate with that spiritual bag within. I am your host, Tara Chantel. Today, y'all, I'm so excited. I got my boss friend in the building. She does it all from poetry. She's an entrepreneur. She's a business owner. She has multiple crafts all in the bucket, for real, and an actress, a content creator. My friend Leslie, what's goody? Hey. My boss friend. I'm so excited that you are on Bag Talk.
I'm excited that you had me. I am honored to be on Tara Chantel, the future spokeswoman of America right here, y'all.
Man, let them know, man. If real recognize real at the end of the day, you are doing great things as well, my sister.
Thank you. To this day. To this day.
My sister. But this show, this session right here, you don't got to humble yourself. Please let us know everything that you've been up to this year so far.
Oh, that's me right now. like that. So, well, this year, as we all know, it has been crazy for 2020. With everything going on, trying to do this acting career, trying to have a 9 to 5, trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to eat healthy, trying to work out, trying to keep a conscious mind, trying to be heavily spirited.
Yes.
It's just a lot going on. So, follow my my business page, Vital Life, where you get the good sea moss and the herbs for the bidet.
Yes.
Follow Vital Life. That's the entrepreneurship that I have with a special someone, and we sell sea moss and herbs, and it's more stuff in tune. So, stay tuned. Vital, VYTALLYFE. I'm sure she's going to put it in the comments below.
Yeah. It gets me right every time.
Follow my personal branded page, Leslie Sheri, LESLIE_period. I
want to know how you balance having a 9 to 5 from your own business, from acting. You make it look so easy, though.
I don't sleep.
We take naps over here, cat naps.
But no, it's very hard, especially trying to have an entrepreneurial spirit, but know that 9 to 5 helps fund that entrepreneurship until it reaches the heights that my 9 to 5 would, that I can ditch it for. But now that Corona happened and I've had nothing but time, and I have a great circle, and especially during this time, just you weed out, the weak links in your circle, and just have the people that's strong and that keeps pushing you forward. And I promise you, they all have the same mindset that helps you get through,
Yes,
so,
we honestly can't do it alone out here.
Period.
But I love how you're real about having a 9 to 5, and that helps fund our dream to keep it so 100. It's now we live in an era where it is just not cool to make money legally anymore. It's not cool to make a 9 to 5.
I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm so sorry.
What do you think about that? Like the mindset now?
So, wait, about OnlyFans or the mindset of 9 to 5?
The mindset of 9 to 5.
Because OnlyFans, if you have OnlyFans, I know it's not just for sexual things. I know it's for everything. So by all means, get it how you get it, even if it is for sexual things. Everybody has a different outlook on life and how they get their money, and cool. But I think, like the B. Simone crave that's going on right now, the 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with it. I think she more so was saying like the spirit, or the it's a lifestyle. So if you're working a 9 to 5, you'll pretty much have I wake up at 7 o'clock, I eat.
You're in a routine.
You're in a routine, the same thing over and over. Entrepreneur, some days sales may be low, sometimes sales may be high. If they're high, they're not coming in until probably 11, 12 o'clock. That means I'm probably making everything that night. I'm not going to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. You've been asleep already, not helping me out. So you're doing your own thing, but then I'm sleeping probably when you get home from work because I did so much. So it's nothing wrong with it, but I do think that the 9 to 5, it helps stimulate the funds for that business, because every business, at least for the first year, and I'm seeing a lot of things that I wasn't expecting, you have to pay for stuff you wouldn't even think about, and then stuff has to get taxed as well. So the money that's coming in for your personal business is not all your money. Uncle Sam wants a hand in everything. That's why we need to find a system that we don't got to pay Uncle Sam all our money for what we do and the ideas we make, because Uncle Sam always want to take the ideas just like the normal. Are we getting to that later?
Yes, no, but how you started Vital Life, what are some things have you seen just as starting your business?
So it's not a business alone. It's me, it's mine, and someone else who's very dear to my heart. But I've noticed starting it, you have to start. A lot of people have a lot of ideas. A lot of people say they want to do X, Y, Z, but very seldom, unless you have that drive and that fire up under you, do they actually start their business.
That execution.
Or do they actually complete the business that was started? You know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of businesses that I started and started and stopped, you know, jack of all trades, but a master at not many, because I'm always starting and stopping. So that's something in 2020 that I'm really working on, is finishing everything I start. So I don't have to be just a jack of all trades, but I can be a master of all those trades as well.
That's deep. That's deep. You know? She just dropped that game real quick. That bag talk session. But how do we get focused on one? If we are talented and gifted at so many areas, how do you find your focus and your energy on one craft and developing that and becoming an expert in?
So I feel like, honestly, for people who want to try a million things like me, I'm a creator and my mind doesn't stay at one place too long.
Yes.
You have to find what really brings it out of you, what makes you want to give up going out, or makes you want to give up spending time with this person, or makes you want to give up doing what you're used to doing, because you're like, yo, I see something in this and I want to see it into its full potential. So I think for everybody, you just got to find that one thing and don't jump, or don't look at it as, okay, this will bring me the most money. Look at it as, this will bring me the most joy, so that it'll push my passion through, and it'll make sure that I execute it fully.
The money gonna come.
The money's gonna come.
The money gonna come if you passionate about your product.
Because if you passionate, then that means you'll put in that much more effort to getting it done. And then once you get it done, without even knowing, you got people coming at you, asking you about your products and stuff. That's not even...
You don't gotta chase them. Yeah. You don't gotta chase nothing. It will come to you. That's that bag. That's that bag.
And once you put out that energy, too, that you want this specific thing, and you looking for signs, and you got different things coming your way, act on it.
Yes. I believe that we got to be like confident in the space that we're in.
Exactly.
And knowing that we are already a business owner, knowing that we are a millionaire, knowing before you even have it, obtain it in your pockets. You gotta believe it before anybody believes it.
That's 100%.
Because nobody's gonna believe it.
No.
And I love how you started Vital Life and the meaning and the details that you put in it as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about Vital Life?
So basically, I was introduced to a whole bunch of herbs. I was going through a time in my life where I was trying to get spiritually inclined and get all the toxins up out of me. So it started with, I was a heavy drinker. I stopped really drinking like that. I do have wine and, a shot here and there. Yes. But it just made me focus more so, because I was focused on self, that I wanted to put in my body what I felt like needed to be. So with the good herbs and the sea moss, especially during the time of the pandemic, it got bigger because it cures almost everything inside of your body. It has 92 to 102 minerals that our body is made up of. And just adding that with extra herbs anyway, it just is making just glow. Like I have eyelashes on, but I don't have any makeup on.
Yeah, no, you're glowing, sis.
So I just want y'all to know,
crazy. You're glowing.
I was never here 2 years ago. I wouldn't go outside without makeup on. I wouldn't be called dead without some weave in my hair. I'm trying to fully embrace my naturalness and just knowing myself. And I feel like it shows throughout the business as far as Vital Life goes, because it's like, it's all natural products. So I just feel like you put what inside of you, you get what you put out.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And I feel like we heal ourselves.
Yes.
We are supposed to heal ourselves naturally, and
we don't need doctors.
Yeah, literally. But you are educating yourself and educating us as a community on how the importance of herbs and the minerals that is in there. It is truly amazing, especially in the Black community. We
especially
need
in the Black community that we used to be. Me and Tara was talking earlier about the soul food culture that we were brought up of, and talking about chillings and stuff. Like we were really getting fed scraps. Like cow's intestines, and eating that
and making it do what it do.
To this day, I don't understand why we still putting that type of stuff in our body, but to each his own. But when you wake up, you will notice like, dang, that ain't right.
Yes. And I love how you said when you wake up. when did you wake up and realize all this is a lie? Like everything that's being told to us, everything we was feeding ourselves is just toxic, bad, and it's all a lie.
Right. So I feel like it started like, I'm a huge conspiracy theorist, and I just want to make a point that it's no right answer or wrong way or right way for conspiracy theorists. Conspiracy theorists, somebody who just has conspiracy and they just look at the facts that are out there, and if it doesn't make sense to you, then you make your own assumption, not that you're following behind the next person unless you're a follower. But I'm not a follower.
Yeah, literally. Literally, you showed me you wasn't a follower when you didn't post that black screen.
Yeah, like that.
You had to question that. You had to question.
But then you look back at it, and that was the same day that Hillary Clinton was in court reading up all them emails. And anyway,
don't worry, I was trying to get to that. That's a whole nother one.
But yeah, and I feel like I woke up, started with the conspiracy theory stuff, and being around the right people who show me the light and makes me want to think more, like not feeding into it. Like, what's that saying? Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can show us what they want. People, media, everything is very manipulative. And
that's how they control the masses.
Exactly. And it's easier to follow suit than to create your own way.
Yes, to think for yourself.
So waking up is more so you're tired of following suit. You know it's something more. So I'm going to create my own way, and I'm going to learn. I'm going to start researching stuff, and then subconsciously it attracts those people to you, so you start lingering on to certain people that you probably wouldn't have hung with before, you probably wouldn't even stop and gave a conversation with before. And it was this one female, her name was Janae Rogers, working at Maggiano's with me. She started helping me through like this crazy time I was going through, introduced me to crystals and the spirituality aspect of life, and that really helped me start looking at stuff. And then my boyfriend started telling me about, finding myself, and he's been helping me because he's on a spiritual journey himself. So it's just been a lot of factors that's been bringing it out of me. Yeah. It's making me realize that I can look myself in the mirror without having to look with the European hair or all the crazy makeup, what the world thinks I should look like, and accepting myself as myself.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you just dropped that again. No, just showing how making.
I'm like, and on top of that, this book right here, everybody should get it. It's the Self-Love Manual by, oh my God, Tara Chantel. So crazy.
I appreciate you.
It also has gems in it. And it speaks for itself. Self-Love Manual. Go pick it up, because it's telling you like little nuggets that you need to take and instill inside of you, because you know who you are. You're just in a shell right now because you're trying to follow suit of what everybody think you should do or where you should be at in life, and everybody's journey and path is really on their own. So with that being said, that book will help you realize it and make those steps and moving forward into the life that you deserve. And with that will bring everything you want, the right man, successes, financial growth, everything. Like,
yes. Yeah. Girl, you're a real one. A real one. I'm telling you, how you say, you just need real people in your corner who believes in you and supports you. Because
that energy is real. Like our energy, like we can be in the same bubble and it'll be like ping, 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 ping.
Man.
The wrong energy, you'll start like falling like, dang, yo.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's a teamwork effort, especially as black women. We gotta uplift each other. We gotta help each other in our own businesses out here without even having to ask. That's what you gotta do. We gotta uplift each other.
Y'all,
shipping is real.
This girl helped me package up some orders today before we even started this, and I was stressing because I'm like, I need to get this to the post office before they close. So I know I told her a certain time, so I'm like, all right, I gotta do this first, and then I'll go back to there. She literally was like, girl, I got time. I'll help you. Just tell me what you need me to do.
Literally, I got hands for a reason.
She started helping me wrap up everything I had, tying the little cute knots that I put on everything. And this is real. I didn't have to ask. I didn't. She just automatically said it. And that's a person who helps and wants to see everybody doing good and not just for herself. And I love that.
Man, I love you.
I appreciate you.
Man, I love you and just doing amazing things from your brand and your business. And you just when you see that, it's just like you gotta help. You can't just sit here and just watch somebody just getting that grind on. I respect it and I love it so much because the products is meaningful. The minerals, it helps you glow, energize, and it keeps you healthy out here. Like I think we should take our vitamins, our minerals, but we are not aware of the health factors that go into that.
Because we weren't taught that growing up in the Black community. We're used to having, and it's so crazy when you really drive around and look at it, you'll see a KFC, all these fast food bad places for you, a plasma clinic in the bad areas. But in the nice areas, you see a Whole Foods market, maybe organic places to eat at.
You said Whole Foods,
and it's crazy because the people who are stuck in those places and don't have an outlet to be able to get out of those bad places, that's all they know. Like that chillings we was talking about earlier, that's all they know. But when you are open to all of that and you can see it's more, that's when you start taking yourself more seriously. And you're like, you know what, I have to do better because I'm gonna have a generation, behind me that's gonna have to know these things. And if I keep the same thing, then guess what? The same systems are gonna keep happening, and then that's how we get stuck in the systematic prejudice and racism and all that other stuff.
In a cycle, a hamster on the wheel going nowhere.
Literally, nowhere fast.
Literally, once you educate yourself, then you can educate others around you.
100%.
It's just a cycle.
100%.
And that's what we're here for, is to each one teach one. We gotta bring each other up with each other. And I love how you said this is a spiritual journey that you're on. And I think it's a never ending.
It's not, because you always look at ways like, how can I do better? How can I be better? What things can I do to become a better person? And don't think about it as, well, I know this is what my mom said I need to be doing, or what my pastor said I need to be doing. What do you feel is your purpose here on earth? And that's your own journey for you to figure out, and not listen to what everybody else has to tell you about your own life.
Yes. And when you have the courage to step out and live your own life, it's power. it's so much power, and it's liberating. I think how you say, you just wake up and you just start to see things as they are. Because once I start seeing things for as they are, I can't close this third eye, y'all. It's open.
No, not at all.
And I can't follow suit. I can't just not ask a question. It's good that you question everything. Like,
right, I do.
This ain't right.
If you tell me something, I promise you I'm gonna look it up. And I don't know if it's the Capricorn in me, but I can't listen to what the next person says, because they could listen to what that next person said. And then, that phone down the lane, you start with one thing, by the time it gets to like the 10th person, it's all messed up.
It's all messed up. Yeah. And I just want to switch gears real quick. What do you think about everything that's going on right now, from Corona to police brutality to the racism getting exposed right in front of our eyes? It's a lot.
It is a lot. So like I said, the Corona, it was crazy because I feel like it happened at the time where the world needed it to happen, because
we needed this.
It was going crazy. 2020 is the year of good vision, you know what I'm saying?
And we're seeing it clearly.
We don't have a choice but to look at each problem dead in its eye and try to handle it, because we don't have distractions right now. Ooh. So that's how I feel about Corona. It came at a great time.
Me too.
I don't believe it in the entirety that the media is trying to portray, as far as, all these people are going to die. Less people are dying from this than the flu. Not saying that people can't die from it, but if you have complications, it does help, I suppose. But I don't believe in it as the sense that they try to say you can't go out nowhere, everybody's going to die, this and third destruction. No, I don't. But I do think it was very healthy for everybody, period, the human race, to sit down and just breathe. Even people who overwork, like me. I was working all these different random jobs at one time. Like, literally, I needed a break, and it's helped as far as everything going on. So before I talk about that, I am a mixed female. My mother is a entirely 100% white lady, and my dad is an entire 100% black man.
Wow.
So growing up, it was so hard to characterize my identity, I feel like, because I just didn't know where I fit in. It was this one specific example when I was in I think it was the 5th grade, and I was taking a test, and before they had 2 or more races, it just had, African American, Caucasian, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. So I asked my teacher, it's not on here. Do I circle them both? And she's like, no, circle which one you want to be more. I will never forget that. I was a 5th grader. Impressionable at that time.
Which one you want to be more?
Of course. So I circle African American because my father raised me and I was around nothing but my black family. So that's what I identified with. And it wasn't until I got older and I got stopped by cops and I got into a little altercation, and on a police report it had African American female. They not once asked me, what's your race? They don't care. They just see, oh, she's a female of color. Okay, she's African American.
Yeah.
And they treat me the same way. And I physically seen my sister, who's also half white and half black, but she has green eyes, pretty long curly hair, looks like Italian, so she's light in skin complexion. She got pulled over by the cops. She was coming from the airport. She didn't have her license. She got out the car, went to the trunk of the car. Not once did they ever act crazy like she was gonna go get a gun or try to hold her against her will. Or
they let her get in the trunk.
They let her go in the trunk.
The trunk. To get out in the trunk. That's a whole different type of energy.
But with me, it was a whole different story. So I get to see, like, there's definitely colorism and racism and everything going on, and I feel like people don't understand that. Like, white people are voicing their opinion more, and I feel like I could talk about white people. I am half white, and I love my white mother, but I do see both sides of the situation.
So you can definitely talk about it and speak on it.
Yes, but I used to be so scared because even identifying, like, growing up anyway, like, if I had white friends, I was always like their black friend, like their token friend. Then when I had my black friends, I get called the white girl or snow bunny, or if I do something, if my hair looks a certain way, and my grandma says, "Oh, you look like a white girl," but it's like, you know, it's always a tug of war. So that's why I think help too with like the self-awareness and finding self is because my identity, I feel like, it's always over because I can never fit into a specific space, so I created my own.
Yes. So was it ever an elephant in the room when you were with your white family member? Did they speak about you being black?
So, not that I remember, but my dad and mom used to tell me stories like I wasn't accepted on my white side from my grandmother and grandpa for a little while. It took them like a year to accept my sister, and then when I was born a year and a half later, it was issues, and they didn't really want us, coming around a lot because my dad was black. And I remember my mom hated it because she loved my whole black side. My mom had the rope earrings, and she was down to go if you wanted to. But I remember she kind of ran away to my grandma's house, my black grandma. And my white grandma came to her house to look for her. And my grandma went to the door with her dashiki on and everything. Like, yes, your daughter's here. She's in great hands. We never do anything wrong. She loved, us as kids. So it took my grandma a while to even come around to accepting us, for years. So it was definitely an elephant in the room. And certain things, like, it's like my white uncles wanted to probably say if we had a conversation, but they probably felt uncomfortable to say it because a black person was in the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely some things that's like,
And they like full blown white.
Yeah, like, nothing inside of them, just full
yeah, exactly. Full blown. Do you feel like you can be your authentic self around them? So
before, I felt myself kind of changing how I talk, my vernacular is definitely different, probably with my white side than my black side. I can be more myself. I don't really have a lot of family on my white side, so it's literally only probably like 5 of us. So now I know who I am. Yeah. This is who I am, so you're gonna accept me how I am.
Code switch.
Or we're not gonna be, we're just not gonna be like that. And they love me for it. Yeah. They love me for being authentically me, and vice versa. So the other day, my grandma was like, "Oh, your hair looks like a little white girl." It's just like, at this point, I'm used to it. It is what it is. Yeah. Like, yes, grandma, okay. Thank you.
I feel like as black people, because I can only speak as being a black woman, that we are more accepting of just having biracial people in our family, or just even having white people around us. We're just more accepting. We're not closed-minded. We will let you in. We will invite you to church. We will invite you to a comedy. Yes, come eat, girl. But I don't feel that same energy white people inviting us where they're in their home or where they're at, just even around.
And I feel that too. And again, I don't want to just categorize like just black people, white people, because it's really who you're raised up around. It's some good white people that I know stand up for the black community. But it just sucks that majority of this world, sadly, this is happening.
Yeah.
White people don't understand their privilege. And by privilege, I mean, like I said with the example of my sister, she can get out the car, go to her trunk, go check her suitcase for her ID, and then show the officer. But I do the same thing. Wait, you're moving your hands too fast. What are you doing over there? What? You don't need to go to your trunk, or let me walk. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a thing where white people has to know that they have privilege and they don't get criticized for the same things that black people might get criticized for, or they may not get ridiculed for some of the same exact, if not less than what they did, get criticized for. So I feel like that's definitely something that we need to know more in this world.
Yes, and using your privilege positively to uplift black people once you're aware of it.
Yes.
And sometimes white people are so ignorant and don't want to acknowledge the privilege because they want to keep it.
Yeah.
They don't want to give that up. They don't want to give
Or
their
they don't
freedom.
want to make it seem like it's a privilege when it really is. Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
We know how this world is. We know how this world's been acting since 1619. But ever since way back when, we had to kind of have this stigma in our mind, like, this is how it's going to be. Unfortunately, white people just get the better end of the stick than black people. And that's just what it is. I'm so glad that 2020, the year of clear vision, has come, that we're finally like, no, we're not going to accept it. This isn't it.
Yeah.
We can actually do something because it's power in numbers. And it's not just the black people doing it. It's some good white people out there who are trying to help, unfortunately. Like,
it's more bad, though. It's more bad than good.
Like the tip of the iceberg. We can see the little iceberg coming out the water, but the bigger part of the iceberg is always underneath the water. So it's still a lot of stuff that we need to fight. And those white people that are coming out, and I appreciate it, and they're happy that they're showing that they're trying to stand with us. They also need to talk to their friends that are prejudiced and racist and have things to say behind closed doors, or feel like they can't speak because they're with a certain company, and they need to voice their opinions, not at the marches with us, but also outside of the march with their friends who they know are racist, and they try not to say nothing about it when they talk about it, but the voices matter when it's not being on camera.
Yes,
you know what I'm
yes.
saying?
I feel like as a black person, it is not my job to convince a racist to stop being racist or for them to beg to like me. The white people who stand with me and is for the culture and want to be black or love black people, you need to talk to your mama, your daddy. Exactly how you said. You need to talk to them who feel like they are superior and feel like they are above this world to bring them down.
That's 100%. That's 100%.
What do you think about the ones that are being silent and closed races that are not speaking up about what is wrong? Because it's not even about black versus right. It's about what's wrong and right.
It's right. And I feel like those people, they know what they're doing. They're kind of, I feel like, at a point where they're scared to voice their opinion because of maybe they do have these racist people that will look at them differently if they join the cause and try to fight for the culture. But they're at the point where they don't want to disappoint those people. But then they're at the point too, like, well, I can't just sit around and watch it happen. Like, history's changing as we're speaking. Yes. History's changing right now, and this is June 10th, 2020. Ooh. My half birthday is today.
Half birthday!
Half birthday, yes.
Celebrate.
But things are definitely changing as we know it, and I'm so glad people wanted to go back to normal, and unfortunately normal was not working for us. So now we have to try to find different ways to accommodate everyone and not just majority white and not black. When you look at the little statistics sheet going around about, okay, who's the top billionaires in the world or in the country, who owns this, who makes the most money at these companies, it's all white.
And I also feel like, unfortunately, a lot of white people don't know that they burnt down a lot of black people's businesses at Black Wall Street. And so the system has already pushed us 10 feet back, because every time we try to go up, we get torn down.
Yes.
So we could have been there, but they try to keep us from that every time.
100%.
And just realizing that, and white people need to realize Black history. I don't think they know what Black people invented most of this stuff.
At all.
From the fork, from it's so
With
many,
the mathematics with the
literally. The red light, green light. Come on, we invented traffic lights. Come on, the world wouldn't operate without Black people. And I don't even think white people know the history behind Black people.
Because in the American school system, where I do not want my kids going into that when I do have kids, they only teach us real fast.
White history.
Okay, well, yeah, slavery happened in this year, boom, boom, boom. All right, let's hop over there. Cotton, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's hop over there. The steel mills. Let's make it sound good. And we kind of hop over it, but yet, like Amanda Sills was saying, we sit there and go through a whole month of the Holocaust learning about how bad Hitler was and with the Nazis and everything, and we kind of just pinpoint and touch over Black history. Oh, we're going to give them the shortest month in the year. The shortest month. Oh, yeah, we give a month, but it's going to be the shortest month that sometimes only have 29 days. So let's give it to them. And it's not enough, unfortunately.
And just acting like our history started in slavery is beyond me.
And acting like it ended when Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery.
Oh.
It didn't end there. It's happening. It's happening right now.
Still, and I feel like once we rip off the chains, these chains that we have been in, and develop ownership, develop a mind for your own, because the media, behind the media, realizing who controls the media, so it's just all ran to program us into robots and to follow suit.
Yes.
Just thinking of the fact of it's just this American dream, go to college, get married, have kids, and just work till you're 60 and retire. And it's so sad. It's so sad that that's a lot of people's reality, to feel like you have to work for 60 years and then you finally can live your life for 5 years, and then it's supposed to be heaven on earth.
It is. But I want to speak on that too. So another thing that we as Black people don't really get unless we have someone in our life that's shown us that Bobby, Billy, and Craig are learned from daddy at age whatever, 15, 16. Okay, this is a credit card. I put in your name as a main holder on my accounts, that your credit can bounce up, so that when you're 18, you can finally have an already credit score of $800 because I've been paying my bill and I just added your name to a account holder, and now you're good.
Right there.
We don't learn that. We learn we have to work 2 jobs just to be able to keep the lights on and keep food in our stomachs, and we can't pay a babysitter, so then we're late to our jobs and we get fired. We don't even have the same type of systems going on that white people have. It's not the same in this world.
Exactly.
Like, they literally get a handbook basically for their kids, and yet our young kids, we are just kind of survival mode. We're learning as we go.
Yes, trying to figure this thing out.
I'm sure I grew up and everything wasn't easy, peaches and cream. I know for sure it wasn't with me. It was a lot of us living in my grandma's house. Yeah. So it's like I seen that. So that's why I think I hustle so hard as I'm older, because we was always hustling for the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I applaud my Black sisters and my Black brothers, because we know how to hustle. We know how to make ends meet, but we also are creative when we are in struggle mode or in survival mode. We can stretch it. We know how to make something out of nothing.
Out of nothing. Literally.
Out of nothing. Black people are so creative.
Literally.
When we have nothing, bare minimum.
And I refuse to have my kids growing up, like, not saying I was in horrible conditions, but, you know, a single dad raising me and my sister and having to do odd jobs and stuff like that. Like, I get it. But I also have, now that I'm older, my mom showing me other sides of life, like traveling or investing in certain stuff. And unfortunately, everybody doesn't get that. So I got lucky. But it goes to show you, too, white person, black person. Yeah. So it just sucks that this is happening in the world.
And just the mindset that we have been instilled, it's still sometimes a slavery mindset 100%. That we are in, working hourly for money. We getting paid off of our time for like money, bare minimum. And they stump that price too. It's just like, and we're settling for it.
We are.
And we're not thinking outside of this programming that's been taught to us. We have to think for our own. We have to question everything. And I feel like the only way to have a generational wealth or any type of wealth within yourself is ownership. You got to create something. We all have gifts within inside of us.
That's 100%, sure. And that's another thing too. You talk about 9-to-5 job, like in college. Like, why do as black people we want our kids to go to college and we idolize? Oh my God, if they go to college, they'll get this. We're taught to take a loan out at 18 for college. Literally. That we have no idea is going to secure us a good job after college, but we're scared to take out a loan for a business. We're scared to bank on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? A business loan, you can take out a $10,000 business loan without them even looking at paperwork. Did you know that? I think your credit score has to be at least like a 600, but they won't even look at paperwork. You can physically tell them, I make this much, and if it's 10,000 or lower, they won't even
drop that bag on them real quick.
Exactly. They won't
because that's what we need to learn and learn a trade.
Unfortunately, we don't know this, and I didn't know this. I take it upon myself, stuff I don't know. What is it? YouTube University is a hell of a drug.
Yes.
Risk reaching out, period.
That's like online courses. I feel like the best investments to do is invest into your mental, your health, and knowledge, because knowledge is power. What? And once you know how to articulate your words, communicate effectively with people, you are going to go much further in this world.
You'll be set. And that's what we lack. And that's why I love this lady right here, because we want to bring awareness to people who don't get this, or who thinks that it's okay to have this slavery still mindset that we think we have to work for somebody to get paid little, when really you can instill all that inside of yourself. Take the time, take 6 months off, give up all your bad habits just for 6 months. You can go right back to them, but you'll see how much you will grow in every aspect of your life if you did that and stop worrying about what the next person thinks, because what the next person thinks is not going to put money in your pocket. Bag talk.
Yes, drop it on their head. And understand that it's a process, just ownership and just creating something out of nothing. It's a process.
You're gonna fail.
Yes, but a lot of the reason why people don't start is because they're afraid of failure. Yes, and you're not gonna be perfect.
But
and
Rome was not built in a day, my people.
It's a process. You're not gonna. It's not a get fast overnight. This is a slow cook process, but a lot of times, sis, we want things out of the microwave.
Oh, the microwave talk. Yes, instead of chopping up them onions, saluting it with the peppers on the stove.
We don't want to marinate it, sis. We don't want to marinate it. We don't want to marinate it for overnight.
But also, and I think media has a lot to do with that as well, because we're idolizing these celebrities, and they're just puppets as well sometimes.
Yes.
Sorry to say.
Oh, no, that's the realest. And I wanted to touch on that. What is your thoughts about Hollywood? That's my question. What are your thoughts on Hollywood?
So I gotta watch what I say, because I'm in this industry. I'm trying to be. So in the entertainment industry, you'll see a lot of crazy things going on. Some things that you hear are very real. And I think that once you get to a certain point in the entertainment industry, those things will come to you, being as though, okay, I'm giving you this role, but you owe me a favor, or all right, well, you're here, but if you do this, I can get you here. I think it's very much some parts of it satanic in a way, but at the same time, watching so many entrepreneurial entertainment people, whether they're trying to act or filmmakers or screenwriters, I see a lot of my beautiful Black sisters and brothers doing it from the muscle, creating their own entertainment, creating their own TV shows, putting out the money for themselves, getting a group of people who has that same mindset and building upon that. And that's what I love to see, because as Hollywood, I feel like the deeper you get into it, the more you're giving yourself and your soul away.
Yes, it is. It's like, what you willing to do for this check at the end of the day? And a lot of people are selling themselves out, selling out the people.
Yes.
It's a lot of coonery.
How do you feel about it?
Girl, I feel like it's a lot of coonery, man. Once I realize the truth and who runs it, who runs it is not no one who looks like me. It ain't my people. And who's writing these things to make us look like some clowns or make us look like some fools just for a check. And I refuse to play my people. I refuse to have us looking less than our truth of royalty.
Okay.
And some things you just can't compromise. And a lot of people compromise for $1. And I don't think I'm a sellout. I don't think I can sell out for some change. And I would love to know, since you are pursuing this industry, she's an actress, she was on The Residence, and also creating her own lane, writing her own lane as well. How do you stay real in this fake industry?
I think had I started trying to get into this industry years ago, before really knowing myself, a lot of things I would have probably done. I
would have been a puppet, honestly,
because I didn't know myself, and it was just like, oh, you're gonna do what?
So I couldn't even blame them. I can't even be
okay. And if you don't have a strong foundation, and if you don't know who you are as a person, you're gonna fall for it because you want to look cool to the next person. Once I learned myself and was able to find myself and wake up, I realized, like, I don't really wear name brand stuff. I don't spend money on expensive things. Like, I'm a simple person. Like, my friend made me this for me. It says inspired.
It's so beautiful,
and
y'all.
I love it. It's perfect. I like stuff like that, but you have to know yourself, because if I would have not known myself, I would have probably been headed down the wrong road as well. Yes,
and that's why I think a lot of Black people that's in the industry just lack the intelligence, especially off of the history, because you wouldn't do certain things if you just know your background and you know your history. It's really all of once you wake up. I mean, I'm telling you, once you unlock your conscious mind, you can't turn the other cheek, and you can't act like silence. Just act like some things are acceptable when it's just not.
Right.
And
it's sad that money is really the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Because the things that I've seen people do for money is just wild and bizarre to me.
Sis, how you brung up OnlyFans, and I feel like how Beyonce hit on that so clearly. It's not like she was praising it; she was acknowledging the fact that you would be on demon time for OnlyFans. You are on demon time. What do you think demon time is?
Oh, so we can talk about that on here.
What do you think? That's a topic right now. That's a trending topic.
Demon time, like, I don't know, like going crazy. Like, she turned into, it could be different things, like sexual wise, turn into like a freak, like on some crazy. Like, I know you saw the movie Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking gin juice in the hood, when the girl head was turning all the way around. And then that's demon time. Like, she was like, oh, I'm a do you.
Wow,
and she was on some crazy, like,
I be
she doing
thinking
it,
that demon nut. That's what it be doing.
She crazy, but at the same time,
it's being normalized now.
Yeah,
it's
take it literally. Like, demon time, when you speak, you're spitting spells out your mouth. So just be careful, because the power is in the tongue. I'm on demon time. Like, you're initiating and allowing that to come into your atmosphere, and you think it's funny or it's just a lyric. Like, that stuff is powerful. Even watching reality TV, that's always fighting. Watch what you allow.
That is toxic. Yes.
Just saying.
And y'all, when we were packaging and shipping, Leslie had on soothing music, and I just was like, yo, you're not listening to this toxic music that is mainstream, that's out there, that's honestly degrading us mentally, because once you feed your mind with uplifting motivation, you gonna think differently. And that's just the attitude you gonna have in your life though.
That's why I try to, everybody I meet, I try to leave a great impression and leave some knowledge with them, and just try to let them know that they're enough in some way. I don't have to physically say you're enough, but I try to always give a compliment to a random stranger. You never know what they're going through, and how you just telling somebody, oh my God, that color definitely looks good on you, that you can make their day or make their week, not even knowing. Like, it's small stuff that you can just, little nuggets you can uplift people with, not even knowing.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Share the wealth out here. And how we was talking about Beyonce, I remember you made a Twitter video talking about Beyonce changed your life, just seeing that concert. How did that, and like the switch just came on after seeing that?
So Beyonce, like me. No, so I went to a concert. I got out of school. Became an extra in the movie Southpaw. Then I got bumped to a principal role, and I was the ring girl in the beginning of
Yes,
Southpaw.
you said that was a jump off for the career.
Right, and that was like my last year of college in 2015. I went to, got my degree in computer science. I went to DC for a year, was working a desk job. That's not my personality. So I was like, you know what, Mom? After going to Beyonce concert, because Beyonce was like, listen, I'm selling out arenas in Philadelphia 2 nights in a row.
Oh, that's bad.
I remember when I used to get booed at at the Sixers games, I used to get booed, and now I'm selling out arenas, and now y'all know me as Beyonce. So I didn't get this overnight.
Real.
I worked hard. I went through the ridicule and everything, and I'm still going. And now, such and such years later, I'm here. And then boom, she was talking to me. Like, she wasn't physically talking to me, but she was talking to me, because
felt that.
I felt that. And literally, I went to work. That was like on Saturday. I went to work that Monday. I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I told my mom, listen, I want to try this acting thing. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I don't have any kids. I'm not married. I'm not held down from nothing. I'm ready to jump. Yes, so that's what I did. So Beyonce said she wasn't a regular Douglas Smuggler girl, so then that means that Leslie Sheri couldn't be either.
You're not.
So I hopped down here. I got into classes. I went to any and every networking event I can find. I did a lot of student projects, and then I got an agent through my lovely Angie, and I just been going from there. So, but I believed in myself, and I bet on myself, and I went hard. I didn't just talk about it. I went hard when I moved down here, and I put myself into the atmosphere that I wanted to be, and I spoke it, and
it's coming, man. Just seeing how the growth and the elevation, how it's possible, y'all. I seen my friend on TV, like, what is that, Fox? Like, that's huge. Just that's so huge. How it's possible that if you really believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything you want.
That's a fact. I was also on For My Man. I was also on Homicide. I'm also on I can't speak about coming soon to MTV, but watch out for it.
Oh, she didn't tell me about that. That's what's up.
Everybody can.
You was on the Super Bowl too. We can't leave that out. I mean, we can't.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I've been doing a little bit, but
don't little. What we said about
I'm
that
sorry.
little word?
We can't say little, because you know what? Power's in the tongue.
Big things popping.
Little things dropping. Okay, but we ain't stopping.
Yes, at all. Man, and I just want to know, like, before we close out, it's like, what are you going to contribute to this world after this whole George Floyd situation?
So I just want to show y'all something that I had made, because I went down to the March Indicator.
Protest out here.
And I want y'all to see how I feel. And this is my sign. So as you can see, it says fragile, handle with care, because we're not handled with care. We always are taught as a black community that we have to be tough and hard. And you really don't. We're human just like everybody else, and we're so scared to love and to put out love or accept it, or always think somebody wants something from us, because that's our mindset. And we have to separate ourselves from what our parents have taught us and really change this world as we know it. So anyway,
no, that was me. I want to see. I'm over here.
So this sign says,
that real, y'all.
Justice for hashtag, and then it says, oh look, another hashtag, and it's different names, you can see it, but I put it in like highlighter so you can't really see because names keep getting added, and it's not gonna
names
stop.
Keep getting added.
It's not gonna stop until we physically do something in America to make this change. And then I'm exhausted and drained signing every black person in America because we are like, how many times we try to do it the right way, the white way, I'm sorry, and it's not working, and black lives do matter, and I can't breathe, no justice. Well, you know the rest because we tired of saying it. So at this point, we need you to
wake
do your
up.
part and really change the system. These peaceful protesting, these signing petitions,
ain't enough.
It's not enough. And honestly, we need to see some change because all these faces right here, we don't need to keep adding more to it.
Yeah, and all black faces. That was powerful, sis. That was powerful.
I'm trying.
That is powerful.
I'm trying.
you said I'm trying, and you are just bringing that awareness right now. Something gotta give. Something gotta wake people up. We in 2020 now.
We're in 2020.
Hey, how you said this is clear vision. You can't follow this up. You can't keep ignoring the facts.
Put a blind eye to it no more. We see it. This it is what it is. And what are we going to do as a group to offset this continuous killing and just murder, even if it's not physical murder, like paying my people less for working the same job as that white man over there for more years than this person that he's getting paid more just because of the color of his skin.
Yeah.
It's still going on, and we can't allow it to happen.
Yes, at all. Let us know, the last thing, how you are going to contribute to making this world a better place.
So, my contribution to making this world a better place will be to try to acknowledge my people on what they can do to love themselves. Also, through my production Jack of All Trades company, I will be putting out meaningful videos, short films, poetry, visual poetry, just so that people can see it. And the thing I have working on right now is going to be called Dare Blue People, and that will be dropping on Juneteenth. So look forward. She will also hashtag it.
Yes.
Add it down there. But I just really want people to just be aware and be aware of self and know that it starts with you and the people that you have around you. So if 2020 hasn't taught you anything, it should be to be in a company of like-minded people, because you're only going to grow if you're around people who understand and know what you're going through or what you need to do to succeed to a higher level. And that's really it.
You know, that's simple like that.
Sometimes it's okay to drop what you're used to or what you were raised upon, because times aren't the same anymore, and you shouldn't physically be still in that mindset that you were when you were a kid or in high school or whatever. You should be thinking of the future, and like she's keep talking about generational wealth. What can I physically do today that's gonna help my grandkids 100 years from now? Yeah. Or am I just gonna be buying these Jordans because they cute, but they're gonna be out of style in 2 months, and buy another pair of Jordans to look good for people who still living at home with their mom or not doing what they're supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? So just
unfortunately, Michael Jordan not even for you at the end of the day. So let's keep that a buck with each other.
Back talk.
Come on.
Back talk.
So you getting this man that's not even for you money over some shoes.
Yeah. So I think as a whole, we just need to change our mentality up and know that we are greater than we are shown. You know, we are only applauded to a certain level. Like, oh, you're playing basketball, football, cool. Oh, you a singer, rapper, cool. Oh, you an actor, cool. Yeah, but
so
once
much more out there.
It's so much more out there. But once you, like, those athletes get hurt and they start seeing, oh, they didn't really care about me because they kicked me off and they got the next better person.
Yeah.
You're just a paycheck. Do for yourself and that money will come.
Yes. You just a paycheck making them money at the end of the day. Once you realize your worth and realize the system, how we've been wired from the jump. I like how you hit on rappers and singers, and like that's the only way that we idolize blackness of, oh my goodness, our sister is famous for singing, but it's so much other powerful leaders we need to applaud, and what we need to inspired to just follow suit like Malcolm X, and we don't have that right now. We don't have a civil rights leader. We looking up for these celebrities to say something,
Use their
speak
platform
up. But they're not. They're getting paid by the white man. They ain't gonna say much. They ain't
Because then it's gonna mess up. That's what I do. It's some people who saying stuff and they're saying like, I know I probably won't ever work in this industry another day after this, but I need to be heard. And
have your soul at the end of the day. You gonna be good.
Like Jordan Peele, who one of the actors who was talking about it, he was like, I know I probably won't get another role after this, but I'm tired of seeing this and this happening. I'm so happy. And Jordan Peele, they was posting it so much, he's seen that he was like, oh no, you'll have a job.
Oh yeah, you gonna be good.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's when black people start to stick together
and
like
that's
this.
When, okay, I'm gonna put money in your pocket. Like she be asking, like, what black business have you supported today? She supported my black business today.
Oh yeah, hey, and that's what I'm saying. And not even just support with money. Actually help. Use your hands. Come on. If you really support me, come on. Physically, I need help to ship these orders. I need help to market. I need help to repost, like little things you can just support people.
And that's what more people need to realize, because we're so fast to repost our famous celebrities that don't know our names at all, or
not even gonna realize.
But you can't even post your friend's stuff. You know, it costs $0 to post. And I had to learn that too, you know, finding myself like, oh, well, she didn't post my stuff, so I'm not posting hers. Like, no, because guess what? People who I don't even know be posting my stuff and tagging my page. And that just means a lot. And it's showing me, you know what? If you keep doing what you're doing, Leslie, and you're putting all this great energy in the atmosphere and you're being selfless, it's going to come back without you even having to raise a finger and ask for it.
And that's that bag talk. Let the bag chase you down. You don't gotta chase the bag.
And always remember, aspire to inspire.
Yes. Okay? And how we close off every bag talk session, Les, is filling that bag. So it's like, I'm going to say a sentence and you finish it for me. Okay. You ready? Fill in that bag. My spiritual gifts are... You are definitely gifted. You are definitely. How she gonna say she's a jack of all trades and just get stuck? And that's what I'm talking. Name them, list them. We don't talk about ourselves enough.
Okay, you're right. So
your
my entrepreneurship spirit, my thoughtfulness, helpfulness, just. I don't know. This is a hard when you talk about yourself. I think we have to focus
on our strengths. Yeah. We have to. These are your spiritual gifts.
Always down to help, starting up stuff, leading greatness, promoting health, helping you find the bag with wealth. I feel like I have a lot of friends who can honestly say, Leslie helped put money in my pocket some way.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's I got an event, y'all want to work. Whether it's yo, my friend is looking for people for this. I know you good at this, so here I'm gonna send them your way. Or you need a little help with that. I got you. You don't gotta pay me back. I got you. You know, I help our friends with certain ways, or even if they down on themselves, like I'm gonna give you what you need to hear, so that you know that you are enough and you're great and you can really finish and fulfill and do anything that you put your mind to and your efforts to.
Yes, I remember a time where I was low on funds, y'all. Leslie called your girl up, said, I got a job for you. And when I tell you that blessing and even the connection too, that was a great opportunity that you just blessed your friends with. And you could have easily just did that all by yourself. But instead she put 3 other women on to this and we all was eating at the end of the day and we all had money, but she could have easily was like, I honestly can bartend and do this myself, you know. But just the giving spirit she has, I'm like, that was only God. That was all God inside of you, sis, and I appreciated that.
Thank you.
Let me keep going. It's all right.
She making me blush. I'm halfway. I'm fast.
Yo, my mission statement overall
would be aspire to inspire. I remember that from college. This lady kept saying that, and I'm just like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean to you?
And then to me, aspire to inspire, like my aspirations are to make sure that people around me, or even people who just look up to me that I don't even know looking up to me, is inspired by the things that I do. So I want to put that out there. Like, okay, I'm doing this for other people. It's other people watching me. So I know that people, they'll follow if there's something good going on. So I want to keep promoting just happiness out there and self-love, like she said, and going to get it yourself and putting that effort, because ambition with no work is nothing, and you need to build what you want to get in life, and just talking about it isn't going to do it. So my mission statement would be to inspire all to know that they can, if they put their efforts in it and they're motivated and ambitious, that they can really do whatever they want.
That's real. That is real talk right here. Black Lives Matter because
we are the foundation of everything. We built everything. This world wouldn't be nothing without us. Our ideas that we even bring, that, you know, the white man is quick to come still, just shows that we're just everything. We're 100% of what makes this world go round, honestly.
Summed it up clearly. Man, this bag talk was just at home with
liberating.
It. Like, honestly, my sister, honestly, you already dropped the social networks, but can you drop it again where we can keep up with
follow
you?
Me. Let me get right here. Follow me at Leslie Sheri, LeslieSheri_. Follow my business page that promotes healthy herbal sea moss. Teas coming soon. Bath salts coming soon. But Vital Life, VYTALLYFE. And also, I have another page coming soon that she will drop, but it is Jack Oates, and this is my production page where you can see me promoting nothing but greatness. And I just appreciate all of y'all for listening. I appreciate my good sis Tara for asking me to come on, because she is one of the most high-spirited, loving, ambitious, goal-oriented, heavy hitter that I know. I literally love her energy, and I love that she promotes nothing but happiness for everyone, and for everyone to learn themselves as well, because it can lead to their spiritual bag.
This is a real one right here. A real one. This has been just such a great opportunity, and I just want you to leave us off with some words of wisdom about maintaining a healthy diet and a healthy lifestyle.
Yes, so it all starts with yourself. Health is also mental too. It's okay if you feel the need, especially in our Black culture, we kind of laugh upon or frown upon getting a therapist. That was one of the best things I could have done for myself, because a lot of times you hate telling your friends and family over and over certain stuff. You keep doing the same thing and going back, doing the same thing, going back. Talk to somebody, and don't put it all on your friends. Sometimes they going through stuff and they don't want to tell you, yo, I'm going through my own stuff. I really don't have time to listen. And it can really hurt them too mentally. So just motivational, just do what you're supposed to be doing. But health starts in your mind. It starts with yourself. It's not only what you put into your body, but it's also keeping your body healthy as well. And also the things that come out your mouth. Okay?
It's power in the tongue, baby. It is power in the tongue. We got to be mindful of how we speak to ourselves and how we speak to people. Because it is powerful, sis. And how you said, it ain't nothing wrong with getting a therapist, a coach. I feel like we get a trainer for our body, but why can't we get a coach for our mental? We need that. We got to talk it out sometimes, y'all. It's okay. I love you, Les. Yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of Bag Talk Session. And y'all, follow my girl and stay tuned for another Bag Talk Session. We going to be back with another one.